What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing our first reaction video of NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. We are going to be reacting to Ty's Season 1 MyTEAM Season 1 One Will Rise Awards. Okay, that was the name of the season. I was kind of confused for a second there. And we are going to be doing a reaction to Ty's awards. So, basically, we're going to be watching this video here and seeing what we agree, what we do not agree with. Last year, definitely, our playstyles were more similar. But this year, I love at the start of the year because there's always, not every card can do everything. So there's always, like, different playstyles that work really, really well. Whereas at the end, when every card can do everything, there is one, like, playstyle that will always beat the rest. But it'll be interesting to see what he thinks in this video.
What is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with.
All I'm gonna say is it's getting long. It gets longer every video. It gets longer every video.
In this video today, we are going to be going over all of the Season 1 One Will Rise players and kind of doing our little award ceremony for Season 1. So I did that. Before I go any further, these are my personal opinions. So when we get.
Okay. Also, we have the iconic water. Anything we disagree with, we drink some water. We drink some water because you know what? If something's not going well in life, more often than not, saying drink some or drinking more water is probably will help out with most things in life. So
to some of these players, remember, it's my personal opinion. So a lot of these guys are my favorite players, and you guys might disagree completely. But that's okay, and that is what makes these types of videos so fun for me to do. So, hopping into the first card here, or the first topic here.
Cheesiest. I mean, the answer is Steph, but man, you could argue that Ralph Sampson. You can argue that Ralph Sampson drop-stepping everybody. It's definitely not Giannis, but Steph. It's Steph. It's Steph.
The cheesiest player
it's Steph.
in NBA 2K Season 1 Will Rise. So, I thought about putting a guy like Rick Smits in here, but in my opinion, Ralph Sampson is basically that type of a player. And
yeah, Ralph Sampson, Hall of Fame drop stepper.
What Rick Smits is going to give you, except Ralph is just a little bit better because he's more of a complete player. Do I like Ralph personally? No, but there's no doubt about it. You know, Zeb Warrior, the guy that qualified on PlayStation, did run Ralph Sampson, so he is very, very cheesy. Giannis being 6'11" with his 80-some speed is just absolutely ridiculous on the court.
And if the answer is Steph.
In the game, he's automatically going to be one of the cheesiest cards.
The answer is Steph.
Cheesiest being Steph Curry. We all know what Steph Curry can do.
Steph's the best card in the game.
I don't want to give one award to the same player, but as far as the cheesiest, cheesiest players,
can't disagree there. Can't disagree there.
Cheesiest player to Steph Curry. How am I supposed to? The dude got Hall of Fame, Randy Stetter, a ton of other Hall of Fame.
I will say this though. Darren Williams with Hall of Fame range is better than Steph Curry. I will say that. Hall of Fame range and goals clamps on Darren Williams is better than Steph.
Incredible stats, can even defend at a pretty high level. Steph Curry is undoubtedly the cheesiest player in NBA 2K Season 1. As far as the defensive player of the year, we do got a lot of good defenders.
Bill Russell. Oh no, Michael Cooper.
Game. Now, Giannis didn't make this list because really Giannis could be nominated.
Just not Draymond. Man, just not Draymond. Draymond's better in offense and defense. I'm going to say that right now.
Single award. But as far as the defensive player of the year, or the player of the Season 1, we got Michael Cooper, who comes with Hall of Fame clamps, and is probably the only budget option here. Obviously, Bill Russell is free, but you got to grind so much for Bill Russell.
I mean, Bill Russell's probably, actually, just purely defense, Bill Russell.
Hall of Fame clamps, incredible.
Bill Russell's the best.
His speed just was a little bit higher. Draymond Green, we all know what he's going to give.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. Bill Russell.
At the center position because of his Hall of Fame defensive badges. And, you know, he's just a very, very great defender at 6'7", gets crazy fake contests. And Bill Russell, 6'10", can't shoot, but on the defensive end, comes with like 84 speed, 74 lateral quickness at 6'10". Incredible defensive badges, defensive animations. When it comes down to it, I do firmly believe that Diamond Bill Russell is my favorite defensive player in the game. Now, is he better than Draymond Green? No. But on the defensive end,
I agree.
Bill Russell 10 times.
I think he's the worst offensive player of them, but I think he's the best defensive player.
Out of 10 over Draymond Green.
I'll agree with that.
We go into the most overrated.
Oh, this is so tough. Paul Pierce should not be in this category. That's a water drink, Ty. That's just disappointing. That's a water drink, Ty. The answer is Brandon Roy because he sucks. Porzingis is disappointing. He just doesn't hit shots because he's got no cold hot zones. But man, Brandon Roy sucks. It's Roy.
Player in NBA 2K21. When I say overrated is when I first saw the player, I thought, wow, this player is going to be good. Even maybe I used him a couple of times. It was like, wow, this player is good. And then you just use him more and more, and you're like, okay.
I like Pierce. I really like Pierce.
Paul Pierce. When he first was out early on in the season, and Paul Pierce is still usable, don't get me wrong, but I hate his release. He has steady shooter. He shoots the most long twos out of anybody I've ever seen in history.
I agree.
He just limits what you can really do. I think he's 6'7", and you can't really play the 4.
I like him.
Really
I like him.
Ball. At the 3, he's not bad, but again, he just shoots a lot of those long twos. He's not bad, but for being a pink diamond,
Porzingis is the most disappointing card in the game.
As far as Kristaps Porzingis,
he should be so good.
When he first came out, I was super excited because I thought he was going to be the player I ran in the first qualifier, but he just gets killed on the defensive end. He's slow, not super agile, kind of gets killed on the
can't hit it. Even though can't shoot. He can't shoot.
You know, a guy like George Mikan will absolutely dominate Kristaps Porzingis every single time. So when Kristaps first came out, he was one of my favorite cards, but now I just can hardly even use him. A guy like Pink Diamond Brandon Roy is the guy, when you saw Brandon Roy come out, you were like, oh no, here we go. But he's just not very good. It's similar kind of to a Magic Johnson. If you wanted to put Magic Johnson in here, you definitely could do that.
Roy's not good.
Johnson, you know, gets all the hype. Even I was hyping Magic Johnson up.
No clamps.
And then it just turns out, you know.
No range. Brandon Roy has to be.
As far as Brandon Roy is concerned, what? I don't even know. You can't get range extender, I don't think. What does he come with? Bronze clamps? Maybe he doesn't even
No clamps. No clamps. He's awful.
I don't think to gold. And so it just kind of limits what he can do. Now, he might be able to get gold clamps. I don't really know.
You can't get gold clamps. You can't get clamps or range.
I think Brandon Roy is pretty overrated as well. When it comes to the most...
3 for 3 on Ty. 3 for 3.
Cake 10 times out of 10. The underrated award, and these 3 are... blow me away.
I mean, Ty is going to pick Kabengele. Like, the problem with Earl Monroe is he doesn't have clamps. He's going to pick Kabengele. Earl Monroe's really good, but again, no clamps, no range. The underrated player for me is probably the Sapphire Chris Bosh. I think Sapphire Chris Bosh is just a better Kabengele.
So, early in the game, Kabengele was one of my favorite centers in the game. He can compete on the defensive end, can knock down a decent shot, especially in unlimited now with as many whites that go in. Kabengele is absolutely knocked down. Do I love him compared to George Mikan? No, absolutely not. But he can still compete. I think he's he's only 6'9", but his frame is longer than that.
I think Bosch should be in there somewhere.
Center, and he's a free domination reward. So as far as a free player was concerned, before Bill Russell came out, Kabengele was really the man with the plan. Obviously, you evo him up and you're going to use the Sapphire. Michael Cooper, again, a budget option.
Cooper's insane.
He's massively underrated in NBA 2K21. People hype up.
Earl Monroe is literally just Earl Monroe from last year.
Cooper is right there with Klay Thompson. I think it's super close.
He wasn't that good last year.
But it is super close. And Earl to Pearl. If you've ever been to my Twitch streams, you know that I absolutely love Earl Monroe. Now, it gets to the point now where it's like...
You better believe I'm blown by him.
It's a little bit outdated.
Can't put him on any of my players. I'm blown by.
I love Earl Monroe. And honestly, in the first Players Lounge tournament, Earl did his thing. Got me through when I didn't really have the best players in the game. So when it comes to the most underrated player in the game, I have to go with Kabengele.
I think Bosch is the better version of him, but I'm not going to disagree too much.
Absolutely.
It's just a water sip.
Talks about. The token reward award is between
JoJo's the best, but you've got to say for their level, it's the Busher.
And in my opinion, it goes to the guy that is best at each tier. The guy that I personally.
I mean, Reggie Williams is good. You got to put Reggie Williams in. Don't disrespect him.
Because that wouldn't be fair to the rubies like a Kerry Kittles. It wouldn't be fair to him. But Dave DeBush is a guy at Amethyst that you can use. He has gold clamps. He's not super good because I don't like his jump shot.
DeBush is good.
With him, but he is decent enough on the defensive end.
DeBush is good.
Obviously the best token reward overall, but still you have to put clamp. Yeah, I don't think JoJo White comes with clamps, and so that
he doesn't. You need to put clamps on him.
Because if you buy clamps for him, you're looking at a lot of MT invested into a player that probably isn't going to be here in a month. But JoJo White is still very good.
I mean, if you got JoJo early, he was unbelievable.
I'm pretty confident. At least like the not Pro 2 size up. But he has, because that's Stephen Curry. He has a decent size up, similar to KD's. That's what it is. I think.
He's good.
Size up. So JoJo White.
The best is JoJo White.
Then you got Earl the Pearl. Once again, I love Earl the Pearl. If you're looking at a guy that's made the most impact to me personally as far as the token reward, It's Earl the Pearl. Earl Monroe, he was very, very good when I wasn't even...
Over the Busher?
The Pink Diamond Award. And so, before you know the Darren Williams of the world, before the
Oh, man.
Earl Monroe was one of my favorite point guards in the game. The budget MVP, we got 3 guys here, and these...
No, like, Doug Christie was never budget. I'm saying Doug Christie was never a budget card. He was never under 20k. He might be right now, but he was never under 20k. Whereas Cooper was like 6k, and DL was 4k when he came out. Like, Christie does not belong in the budget MVP. Trying to think. If you want to put in another wing, put in a Paul George. Put in a... I would honestly go with someone like a Mo Cheeks for budget MVP. Or... Yeah, one of those. Probably him.
That come to mind for you guys. At least with Boris Diaw, Michael Cooper. You guys might throw Steven Jackson in here. I personally haven't ever really loved Steven Jackson that much because he's a guy, again, you have to badge out. Whereas Doug Christie comes with those 17 gold badges, I do believe.
Doug Christie's not a budget card. He never was a budget card.
But even with his
not budget and never was.
You have to apply badges, and he is very, very, very solid. Michael Cooper, same thing. Don't really have to apply a ton of badges. He doesn't come with a ton, but you don't have to apply a ton, and he is a very, very solid all-around.
I mean, it has to be Dio.
So much already. And Doug Christie, for a month, he was one of the top cards in the game. Still a very good budget option. I just think Michael Cooper is a little bit better, but no doubt about it, Doug Christie was very, very solid.
He's giving it to Cooper.
And by far and away, the best budget player in NBA 2K21.
He's the best, not by far.
Is Amethyst.
Maybe my Michael Cooper will hop quick for a step.
In there like Jackson, or I can't even remember the new Ruby point guard we got that can be badged out, that can become very, very good. But you got to apply badges to all those players, and it gets super.
Porzingis.
So that's why I went with Doug Christie.
Porzingis is the least consistent player in the game.
Inconsistent is this. Paul Pierce for me, for example. I play a guy by the name of Smooth. I don't know if you guys know Smooth, but he's very, very competitive. Paul Pierce went 9 of 10 from the field, probably 7 of 8 from 3 for me versus Smooth.
I love Paul Pierce.
Can shoot 0 of 95 in a game for me and not knock
I love
down
Pierce.
one shot. So that's what
I love Pierce.
Inconsistent. Same thing with George Mike, and I can go out there and green 3 in a row, but I can also go out there and white 95 shots with him. And talk about inconsistent. Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis is if you look at inconsistent in the dictionary, that Porzingis card comes up.
And he is the epitome of inconsistent. I can't describe. All 3 of these players are super, super inconsistent. But
Oh no! You did not. You did not just give someone other than Kristaps Porzingis the award for least consistent. That is a robbery. That is a robbery. That is an award that Kristaps should have got.
Pierce is the reason he is the most inconsistent for me. The best Evo player. So
I haven't evoed any of them.
Bob Dandridge here, who when
Kabengele?
he goes to an Amethyst is very, very good. Don't get it twisted. Bob Dandridge is very, very good, but he is only 6'6", and I tried playing him at the 4 last night without spending any MT. And he just got fried like a piece of bacon. But at the end of the day, Bob Dandridge is a free card that nobody talks about for being a very good Evo. Kabengele, once again, obviously, in my opinion, one of the
Will he go for Kabengele or will he go for Elgin? Elgin's the best.
Then you got Elgin Baylor, who, if we're talking about best Evo, let's be realistic here. Elgin Baylor is still on my best squad in NBA 2K21. So, I mean, if he's on my best squad, how can I not?
Yeah, fair. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Evo player in season 1. Is he worth the grind? Absolutely not. But he is really the best Evo we have right now. The auctionable MVP.
Darren Williams.
Not counting Stephen Curry. Just all
Darren Williams.
Players. Who is the best player in NBA 2K?
Darren Williams.
Season 1. So we got Dominique Wilkins, Pink Diamond, who is very, very solid. You can apply the clamps range, or you can upgrade the clamps. I think it comes with it. Apply the range extender.
Why are we even talking? It's Darren Williams.
Incredible. You got Darren Williams, who, in my opinion, outside of Stephen Curry, is the next best point guard. A lot of people would like to like him more, but give me Darren Williams.
The next best player after Steph Curry.
Well, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, Giannis, you guys know as well as me, his impact on the court is just absolutely crazy.
It's Darren Williams.
His 3-ball does leave a little bit to be desired, but I absolutely still love Giannis. Another couple of guys that you could throw up here in discussion. You could throw a Stockton up here in discussion. You could throw LeBron James up here in discussion if you really wanted. There's a lot
LeBron
of
shouldn't
good players that you could really make a case for. But in my opinion, no doubt about it, Giannis Antetokounmpo
over Darren Williams
is the best auctionable player in Season 1.
Man, if Curry's the cheesiest, Darren Williams is the second best.
The most valuable player in Season 1. Now,
it's Steph, but I personally think that in terms of my hierarchy of cards, it goes Steph 1, D-Will 2, Dr. J 3, Draymond 4, and can't even remember who I put at 5, but they're my big 4. Probably Dominique. Dominique somewhere in the top 5 as well. That'll be my top 5, like.
You got Steph and Curry. I mean, guys. Well, what more do I need to say? You got Steph and Curry. You got Dr. J, who you need to lock up so much XP for Dr.
Steph.
J.
Steph's the answer.
Dr. J, in my opinion, is the best shooting guard in the game. But you got to
100%.
way too much to get him. Draymond Green, another guy you got to lock up. But Dre, the best power forward center in the game. No doubt about it. I'm not going to question it. Best center in the game. I'll say that. I don't know if I'll take Dre over Giannis. But
Steph Curry.
Best center in the game. No
Steph Curry.
About it. But when it comes down to it, no question about it. Pink Diamond Stephen Curry is the cheesiest and most valuable player. Next, we're going to get into my all-Ruby team, led by point guard Byron Scott.
I'm going to say this right now, because unless Byron Scott's badged up, I'm taking Kyle Lowry over him. But if we're talking about badged up Byron Scott, fair enough. I would, if you're going all Ruby team, I'd put a Sapphire Bosch in there at center, but I'm not going to disagree anywhere else. Badged up, Byron Scott's better, but I think I would take Kyle Lowry over him if he's not badged up.
Guys, thinking of earlier that I couldn't remember his name. When you badge him up, he becomes absolutely incredible. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to badge him out, but when he's badged out, in my opinion, he's better than the alternative option I had was Kyle Lowry. But I still...
Kyle Lowry's incredible. Kyle Lowry's incredible.
90-plus speed, silver rating.
Eric Gordon's class.
A Ruby player, guys.
He's class.
When you get him, when you get him on the court, you're not going to notice on the offensive end him being a liability. Defensively, leaves a little bit to be desired, but with his speed, ability to knock down the three-pointer, I absolutely love Eric Gordon. Steven Jackson, no doubt about it, at the small forward position. Definitely might have deserved to be on the budget list, but in my opinion,
Steven Jackson, he's terrible when he's not badged though. Scala's class. Scala's quality.
Team. So pretend all these guys have badges. Steven Jackson absolutely deserves to be on the all-Ruby team. Scalabrini, a guy I don't personally love, but a lot of people in the community will vouch for Scala. He'll be able to knock down an open shot and really get it done. Ruby Tyson Champ, a guy I personally love for under 10K MT. He was on my under 10K budget squad. Absolutely incredible. And if you really don't think you can go out into an unlimited setting and win 90% of the games with this squad, if this squad's badged out, I think you'd be surprised. Because Byron Scott badged out and Steven Jackson badged out.
It seems so good badged out. So good badged out.
Difference. Hopping into my all-Emmy team, led by point guard Sleepy Floyd.
I hate seeing Porzingis there. I mean, he is. He just objectively is the best Amethyst center. I just hate him so much. Hate that guy so much.
Sleepy, man, when you badge him out, trust me.
Sleepy's legit.
Will vouch for Sleepy. Still
I got my range extended Sleepy. He's legit.
I personally wouldn't go that far, but Sleepy Floyd is still very, very good. Michael Cooper and Klay Thompson, that duo, I couldn't leave either of those off this list.
They're both really good.
Deserve to be on the list.
Both really good.
Michael Cooper at the shooting guard position, Hall of Fame clamps. Klay Thompson comes with the gold clamps.
Funnily enough, like this is almost my bench. Like, well, I had Sleepy Floyd, Michael Cooper, Klay Thompson. That was looking like my bench at one stage.
Lateral quickness. Klay does come with the silver range and Hall of Fame catch and shoot. Boris Diaw, just a complete player, comes with 33 base badges, I do believe.
I mean, Bailey's debatable there.
When you do give him, the range extender if you want to, he could become absolutely incredible. And then we got KP at center. We could go a little 5 out with this little line.
I hate KP, but man, he's the best.
I personally still like KP. He does sell me quite a bit, just on the defensive end more than anything. But
first team,
on the offensive end, this team is getting it done. Hopping into my all-diamond team, you guys are
Stockton, D-Will, Paul George, Jans. I can't disagree.
Now, LeBron James was very, very close to making this lineup.
I can't disagree. I like Paul George more than LeBron. I was about to say there has to be a better dime center, but it's not. All pink diamond team: Steph Curry, Julius Erving, Dominique, Paul Pierce, Paul George. I agree. Or sorry, George Mikan. I agree. George Mikan over Ralph Sampson. So anyway, yeah. That is basically the video. Let's get a picture. Let's start it off with a picture of Ty making a kind of weird face. But yeah, so anyway, that is the video. These are the My Team Season 1 awards from Ty. I think the only ones we really disagree with are Porzingis over Pierce for inconsistent, and then I'm not a fan of Roman Monroe, the Busher over Monroe. Other than that, though, pretty good list. We did happen to agree on most of them. So anyway, that is the video. A link to Ty's video will be in the description. Go check that out as well. A link to his channels will be there as well. So go and subscribe to him. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.